having three of the best young players in the world. That is Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka, and Lamine Yamal. Bench, start, bench, sell. Start one, bench one, sell one. So I feel the room is already heating up. I can feel it.
Wow.
Yes, so we have to. Out of these three, start one, bench one, and sell one. And your reasons as well.
Hard though.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
How is it hard?
It's
very
a tough
simple
one.
and
It's a
straightforward.
tough one.
Very
It's a tough
simple
one.
and straightforward.
Yeah. So we start with the only neutral person on this table. That is Mayowa. Who would you start? Who would you bench? And who would you sell?
I know, I'm not even gonna lie. This is tough, but
Wait, sorry. Did you call him neutral?
Yeah, he's
He's a
neutral.
Real Madrid fan.
Oh yeah, that
yeah,
again.
no, but
So
I'll be sincere as possible. You know?
As possible.
Okay.
Yes, I will be sincere as possible because
To the best of your
you know
ability.
they are all
Yeah,
fantastic
but
players.
he doesn't have a horse in the race. But
No,
again,
yeah.
he's against one of the horses.
Yeah,
So-
he can't really.
Yes.
This one hard.
Yeah.
Hey. So I would start Lamine Yamal.
Okay. As a Madrid fan.
Yes,
Okay.
That's very interesting.
Wonderful.
I'll start Lamine Yamal.
Wonderful.
I'll bench Saka and I'll sell Palmer.
Okay. Reasons.
I feel Lamine Yamal is like
The next
he's a
coming of Messi.
generational talent and he's one of the best players right now. You can see him at the Euros. He did a lot for Barcelona. He's turning up and his talent is undeniable. Saka, for me, I believe he's driving the Arsenal train. You know, he's doing the most, coming in, making assists, scoring goals when needed. When there's no Odegaard, there's a Saka. When there's Odegaard, there's also a Saka. So he's and the team is full of good players. Don't get me wrong, but he just like always comes up with that clutch moment.
Why are you benching Palmer?
Palmer, I'm selling Palmer.
Oh, sorry.
I'm benching
Pardon.
Saka.
Yes, why are you selling Palmer?
Individually, I love players that are aggressive. I don't just see that aggressiveness in
yeah,
I
well,
need that, you know, that
I feel that's one of his strengths though. Cole Palmer.
You know, I don't see, you know, you see when I've not even seen Palmer in a physical, you know, like you know, I love
that confrontation that happened this past weekend when Chelsea and Nottingham Forest were playing. You know, there was a time when one of the players, I think, shoved Cucurella, and he was out there. He didn't even get close to whatever they were doing. He was just walking around.
So you need that charisma also.
Yeah.
You know, to get the complete player.
So
that's the reason why I would.
Really.
Yes, I would.
So when you're going to war,
I love
you don't
players
take
with
that.
charisma.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
all right. Now let's hear from Val. Val is laughing.
So I'm a coach, right?
Well, nah, you're starting one, benching one, and selling one.
In what position?
Don't make this too complicated.
No, I have to know.
Okay, say in a team, you have a team, basically. You have the option of starting one of these players, benching one, and selling one.
But in what position?
That's up to you.
Any position.
No, that's up to
No,
you.
because when
Look at them as
That's up
If
to you.
it's-
as players.
If it's a 10
approach.
position, yeah, I don't think anybody here would.
Okay,
choose
now let me help you with that.
Uh-huh.
You're a coach. We're not talking position.
Okay.
We're talking squad.
a squad.
Okay, yeah, you want to have one in your squad. Well, when we say bench, he would be
a backup sort of.
a backup sort of, and then one you would sell.
But it depends on who I have on my team, though.
Well, don't complicate.
Just want to complicate this one.
Alright, cool.
Yes, he's
So
getting.
I'm gonna look at the right wing, yeah. I have Yamal, I have Saka, I
and
have
Cole
Palmer.
yeah.
I'm gonna start Lamine Yamal, not because I'm a Barcelona fan, but because
Well, we hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna have Saka on the bench, and then I'm gonna sell Palmer.
So same as Mayowa.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm agreeing with him, but
Okay.
unfortunately,
Maybe it's a La Liga thing.
I don't think so. So for me, I mean, you can argue that Lamine Yamal and Saka, they are players that can create something out of nothing. They are part of the few inside forwards that would actually take on the player and forge ahead, you know, and not just play and then turn back and pass. And you know, both of them are also, they can also keep possession. So they, you know, so it's. But for me, looking at, I think this is where Lamine Yamal would, what he's able to achieve at this age. He's 17.
Yeah.
Started playing when he was 16. He's 17. At this age, we are already comparing him with someone like Saka, who has been doing it for years. That already gives me an edge. And then another thing I look out for, he calls it charisma, I call it attitude.
Okay.
A player's attitude on the pitch. Like, I love when I'm watching a player, you're just there for the sports. Nothing else matters. It's just the football. You talk with the ball. You don't go around speaking to players and shouting at their heads. If someone offends you, you get the ball and, you know, deal with them with that. So obviously, Lamine Yamal and Saka, but Lamine Yamal will edge over Saka because of the age thing and the ability to do what he's doing right now at the age of 17. And frankly, he sort of reminds me of, you know, the GOAT.
Yeah, who's the GOAT?
There's only one GOAT.
When you say GOAT,
There's
something
only
like-
one GOAT.
There's only one GOAT. And that's Lionel Messi.
So the other one is what?
The other one is a very amazing footballer, amazing attacker who has scored many goals.
But it's
He
not,
just dey talk,
But he's
plenty
not the
talk.
GOAT.
it's not the GOAT.
Not a goal. He can't be a goal without a World Cup. But moving
Please talk.
forward,
Why you do?
Okay.
The other one is a mini goat.
I feel
he can be a ram if you want.
if we want to get into that, we are going to open another Pandora's box.
Maybe we should someday.
Nah, well, yeah.
Just
I would love that.
leave me and
But-
and Mayo. Just
But
just
for today, okay.
Uh-huh.
So you would start Yamal, you then
Definitely.
Saka and Selpan.
yeah.
All right. So La Liga agree on something for once. Joel,
Let me get my bazooka out because
Always with the
your star boy is on the
nobody will
bench.
talk down my star boy.
Who
Yeah.
My
spoke down on him
presence.
here? Nobody spoke down on him. No.
You are benching Saka for a young star, a youngling.
No,
Someone
no,
has not doesn't have one complete season in football.
no be people that sit for bench.
No. Now let me tell you why Saka should start.
okay. No, I already knew. Yes.
Yamal broke out.
Yes.
Yes, at 17.
16.
16. Yeah.
Saka also broke out at a young age.
What
He
age?
was 18 when he made his debut for Arsenal.
Full adult. Okay.
He has been doing what he has been doing consistently
Yeah.
for 5 years now. If Saka was in the team way back when Emery was the coach.
Yeah. Emery.
So he's
gave
been
him
there
his-
through
his
the bad
debut
times.
after
He's still there till now, and he's performing at a high level. And not just that, his performances are getting better year after year. I want to see Yamal do what Saka has done for 3-4 years before I can put him in that convo as well and say, okay, he has shown it over a period of time, so he can start over Saka. Right now, because of Saka's body of work over 5 years, I have to start Saka. I'm sorry. Yamal is a very fantastic player, but he's still a talent. He's still coming up. We need to give him some time. Let's see whether Yamal is still there in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years. But right now, I feel just one season of senior football is a bit too early to judge and place him above those who've been here before. So I'm starting Saka. I'm benching Yamal. I'm sorry. Palmer is a fantastic player, but I feel he's not complete. He's very good offensively, but the defensive part of the game, I'm sorry, Palmer needs to
It's
work on it.
lacking.
And even in England as well, look at national team. Palmer doesn't start with all his excellent doings in Chelsea. He's still behind the Sakas and the Bellinghams. Yeah, but I feel maybe in the future he'll probably start playing more as an attacking midfielder in the 10 role.
So,
Ahead of
so
Bellingham.
okay.
Probably Bellingham will drop deeper with Rice.
And play 8.
Yes, he can. He can play it. It's just where the Queens are using him.
I mean, possible. Possible.
Palmer, Bellingham, Rice.
Okay. So now
Out of beans.
I have I have a different criteria to check in who to bench, who to start, and who to sell. Well, I'll be biased here. I'll start Saka as an Arsenal fan. All right, I'll start Saka, and I'll give you reasons for that as well. Okay, so I'll start Saka based on one, consistency. So yes, Yamal had a breakthrough season at 16. He's 17 now. Went to the Euros, won the Euros. Started this season very well as well. However, we're talking about consistency over number of years or number of seasons. That we are yet to see. I personally believe he would be consistent, but I want to see whether the numbers will improve season after season, which Saka has proven. Every season since he made his debut, his goal and assists have been going up and up and up, never stagnant. So that's one. Two, we also look at statistics, all right? Goals and assists. Like I said, that's there. Your stats are good and they're consistent as well. And there's an improvement season after season. That's true. Then responsibilities in the team as well. I feel he's, well, we don't even talk about Saka as a young player anymore. Because when you mention Saka, people are, oh, yeah, he's a main guy at Arsenal. He's the face of Arsenal. Yamal, I feel, is slowly becoming the face of Barcelona, but hasn't reached that level yet. Cole Palmer, there are so many young stars in Chelsea that you can't definitely say, okay, for now he might be, but who knows? In 2 or 3 seasons' time, it might be a Modric or Nicolas Jackson or Enzo. No, there's a possibility, all right? Because there's so many young players, all right? Then we look at individual and team honors, all right? There, Yamal has won has he won the league? No.
Not yet.
Not yet, but he's won the Euros. I think that's his only silverware so far. Well, Cole Palmer, no silverware, right? Bukayo Saka has won the FA Cup. We need to know as well. When come on, all right? It's a trophy, okay? Yeah. And so over there, we can't say, oh, the Yamal or Palmer has more trophies than him in football. So that's that. And then the final one. Now, this is more about Palmer, not Yamal, is, yes, he was at a big team before coming to Chelsea, which is Man City. And for someone of Pep Guardiola's caliber as a manager to say, you know what, okay, you're a young player, you're good, but I can do without you, you know? If you had put Messi, all right. Well, Messi was young when he was in Barcelona. I think Pep was the one who showed enormous faith in him to even start him. So if he was to the level of the greats, I don't think Pep would have let him go. So he doesn't have the Pep seal of approval. So to me, that's a big. What would Pep have done if Yamal was in his academy and wants to move to a big team? I personally think he wouldn't sell. Same for Bukayo Saka as well. Yeah. So I'll start Saka, and based on seniority, senior man. When you're a small boy, you have to, bide your time before you can join the big boys. So I'll start Saka, I'll bench Yamal, and I'll sell Cole Palmer. I think we all agree on selling Cole Palmer.
Yeah. Me, Cole Palmer.
Yeah, we all agreed on selling Cole Palmer.
But then if the roles were turned around, and we are looking at our 10th position. Yeah, we want a player for our 10th position, and then we only have 3 options.
Out of these 3, I still sell Palmer.
For that 10th position?
Yeah. To play as a 10, no, I wouldn't sell Palmer. That's actually Palmer's best position. That's his natural position.
No, listen. All right? Just because a player is playing out wide doesn't mean that if you put him in that 10th position, he's not going to perform. Now, in fact, if you put Yamal or Saka closer to goal, they'll do more damage. That's just my personal opinion.
Now, here's the thing, though. It's how do I explain this?
His skill set?
Not even the skill set. I feel like what Palmer does, these other 2 players can actually do it. Yeah, but then he has already been tried and tested, and he has proven himself.
Oh yeah, in that position, yeah.
So,
No, as a 10, I definitely will not sell Palmer. I would start Palmer right now based on the current performance. Yes, Palmer has shown that he can play that role. I watched some of Chelsea's games. I think the game they played before the last one, there was one fantastic pass he made, which required amazing vision.
Now he's a good player.
Yeah, so he's very good. I'll play him as a 10. If it's the 10 position, I will start him. I will bench Saka. Then I will sell Yamal. And that's only because Yamal is still young. If it's in the next 2-3 years and Yamal continues on the trajectory that he's currently on, then definitely he will want to start then. But right now, 10, Palmer, Saka, Yamal.
Yeah. See, the thing is, with the other reason why I say I'm going to start Saka ahead of Yamal is that whenever I'm having discussions with rival fans about Salah and Saka, I tell them there are levels to this. I know Saka is my star boy. I know he's the darling of Arsenal fans, but when you cannot put him in the same conversation as Salah, because Salah has done it over the years consistently. So I feel it's the same thing with this. Saka has been consistent, and we know he can do it. tried and
His
tested.
resume is
Thank you.
filled.
So that's another reason why I want to
Yeah,
start him.
And also, you watch the way he's used at Arsenal. He has to do a lot of defensive work. If Saka was given a free rein to just stay up and play the way, for example, Salah does, get the ball, attack the opposition's goal. He will,
Oh yeah,
he will
that
score.
too is another point that we
Will do
failed
damage.
to raise is Saka is a known quantity now, right? Palmer had a good season last season. His numbers are still good. However, let's say 2-3 seasons in, when he's been targeted by opposition teams to say, oh, this is the star man, this is who we need to keep quiet in the game, how would he fare?
Solid point.
Yes. Yamal as well is young. They might be, oh, okay, he's young. He'll phase out after a while, because we've seen a lot of youngsters in Barcelona phase out. You know, we had the Boyangs, you had El Haddadi, is it?
Yeah.
Munir. You had so many of them.
Speed star like that they got from Holland. What was that guy's name? Afeli or something.
I feel like. Yes. So over the years they've had. So I just feel for longevity is what we're looking for. So
Yeah, and if I'm looking at potential, who has the highest ceiling in the next 5 years, who will really get there? Definitely Yamal. Yamal right now has the highest ceiling in terms of how good he can become. Yes, I'll give it to Yamal. So he just need some time. Just some time.
yeah. I feel that way too. It's either he makes it or
I think he will make it. He's a very, very talented.
I